This right here, this video right here, it's a very condensed version of our Wednesday night Bible study. If you want to join us for a Bible study live stream, we start food and fellowship at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Bible study itself, it generally begins around 6:45 on the fourth day of the week for my Gregorian friends. That's Wednesdays. This week's study was on chapter 3. So the Bible study that we're working through, it can be found at gleaningthescriptures.com. You can navigate to the Bible study section and click on the Leviticus study button. Yep. Click on the Leviticus study button and you'll have a free download right there for you to work through alongside us. The following is a foundations question. We like to start with one of the 4 foundations questions that are put before the chapter 1 questions begin. So when was Yeshua the Lamb slain? That's a foundations question. Scripture's 2 witnesses describe Yeshua the Lamb being slain before the foundation of the earth. Yeah, not in the year 0. This means Yeshua was not the final sacrifice, as many of you teach and say. I just had delicious meatballs for dinner, and it's a fact that for me to continue living and having delicious meatballs, that a cow had to be sacrificed. So Yeshua is not the final sacrifice. This final sacrifice idea makes it seem as if the sacrificial system's sacrifices in some way have a hand in leading to or foundationally forming a platform for salvation to be built upon. Look, my friends, this is a real good time to remind ourselves that the works of man are futile and that no man's works can provide salvation, even if those works are in Torah. Paul sacrificed his life to try and teach this to the Jews who wouldn't listen. The fact is that Yeshua is the only sacrifice. Our 2 witnesses in Scripture describe Yeshua as being the Lamb who was slain before the foundation of the world. So, when was Yeshua slain? Well, he was slain before the foundation of the world. Well, before the foundation of this evening's in-person Bible study, up here in the Communist Manifesto's playground of Michigan, this week's gathering was a lonely one. Here in Shoreline City, the howling wind was coming off of Old Lake Michigan's churning waters at a stiff 50 miles an hour all day, carrying with it nails, pillows, and a reminder that winter is not far from us. Times like these, many of us, we just hunker down. Our beloved GTS subscribers are no different. Tonight, it was just Sarah. Sarah took on the following question with eloquence, and this shortened version does not do it justice. Consider taking the time to watch the full-length live stream, which you can find the entire beautiful conversation there. According to Leviticus 3:17, what is a perpetual statute in all your habitations and all your dwellings? This shall be a perpetual statute throughout all your generations and in all your dwellings. You shall not eat any suet or blood. That's how that verse reads. So Tara, she took the time to look up 3 Hebrew words to help us sort through what is this perpetual statute about. What even is a perpetual statute? Well, olam, the Hebrew word that means a long time, eternity, or always. This is the word used for perpetual, and this is a perpetual statute. Dam means blood, which can spiritually represent one of 3 main channels by which our body communicates with itself: blood, lymph, and something else we talked about. So it communicates with itself to produce healthy functionality. It also is the medium by which oxygen, nutrients, and so forth are transported. This highway of sorts is the life and is not to be eaten but belongs to God, as the scripture states, that we are not to eat the blood. This, Sarah had mentioned, also made her think of Yeshua's blood and the deep symbolism involved in the blood being sprinkled on the altar. And Kalev. Kalev means suet, according to Sarah's studies, the richest part of the fat. We had a conversation about the difference between knowing in your mind that, well, of course the best part goes to God. We all know that. and actually going through the action or the process of giving the best part to God, when in that very moment the threat of being tempted to think it would be so senseless to give the best part into the fire. Yeah, temptation is there, as there would be so many good uses for the richest part of the fat, oil for cooking and lights, etc. With so many good ways to put that piece to use for our household, why just burn it up? It's tempting, but it is best to give to God willingly and gratefully what is His, and be more than grateful for what we have already, even if it does not seem like enough. So according to this scripture, we are not to eat the suet. And according to me, that's a wrap, my friends. Bye for me. Shalom.